Next dish we showcase Jerusalem artichoke as its best, so it gets just washed, then rubbed in with a little bit oil, salt, goes in the oven, and we bake it very, very heavily, so it gets nice and roasted like this and soft. What we do then now, it's just we do dice it in half, and it's actually funny. So Jerusalem artichoke was like all over Germany and center of Europe before the potatoes. And after the Second World War, they were just sick of eating so much Jerusalem artichoke, and then actually it disappeared. And back in the days, they were like very well known as well to make schnapps out of it. And now it's something what comes back. So after the roasting part, it's chopped up in half, and then we take out the meat carefully, because what we want to have the shape from the skin as a whole. So then we're gonna roast it afterwards and dry it, so that we have a crispy skin as a shell, and the fleshy meaty bit gets caramelized and turned into a smooth puree, what we're gonna fill in like afterwards. So like this, then we have this beautiful shell that gets dried, fried, and crisped up. And then you have something like that. You see, like that beautiful roasted shell, very, very crispy. Now we have here that puree made from from the meaty bit what we roast. It's caramelized. It gets filled in that crispy shell. Then we have mountain cheese cream. A few dots of that. And apple jam, what's seasoned with stone pine. Whoop. Ich meine Pinzette. Stop. And then we fill in those nice chunky, fleshy, meaty bits again to cover it up, everything. So we push it down a little bit so it's nicely uncovered and combined, nicely filled like this. Then we have some raw juliennes from the Jerusalem artichoke, seasoned with a little bit of tarragon oil. Nice fresh bit. Just gets placed over it like this. Some little sourdough croutons, and obviously there's not just the reason of a nice bite, but also because the sauce what we're gonna serve with it, it's made from our leftover sourdough bread, and then we ferment it into a fermented sourdough bread sauce. And it's for us very important because it's a long process, our sourdough bread, and we don't want to waste any of it, So that's why we came up of doing a fermented sourdough bread sauce, and it fits very well to it. This is a typical dry meat from this region, from Jörg Brücker from Parpan. So he still keeps up the tradition, and he really does it in the classical way of really air drying just through the wind. So his meat sometimes needs almost 8 months to be ready. So it gets seasoned with it. Then plating, just a little dot of the caramelized puree so that our filled shell is not moving away. We have our lovely, creamy fermented sourdough bread sauce. I really love this dish because it's like very focusing, reducing and paying a lot of respect to our lovely sourdough bread and our heritage from the alpine surrounding.